Our next project is turning this old chicken coop into a greenhouse. I started by removing the old roof. That's a dusty job because chickens are very dusty. The plan is to keep the base, which is a brick wall, though it's not in the best shape. All the old wood will go. Currently it's 1.50 m by 2.50 m, which is a little bit small for a greenhouse, especially considering the garden that we have. So the plan is to extend it 2 meters in the front. We'll be using the old windows that we took out of the house when we replaced them to give them a new purpose, a new life. Front wall is a little bit brittle. This doesn't look too great either. Start digging for a shallow foundation. Probably have to pour some concrete. I don't have a plan prepared for this project, but I have a rough idea in my head and I think it will turn out just fine. Oopsie. The wood that comes off it's not in a great shape, so I'll toss it in here, so in the summer we can use it as barbecue starter, campfire wood, that kind of stuff. Because in Romania we let nothing go to waste. Day 2 of building the greenhouse. I've got some materials prepped for today because today is concrete day. I'm planning to pour the foundation on which I will build a wall to extend the greenhouse. I prepared a plastic tarp to put in the trench. On top of that I will pour the concrete, just shallow, just to have like a little solid base. Got some scrap metal that I will use to reinforce the concrete. Brought a couple of wheelbarrows of gravel. I hope they're going to be enough. And when that's done, I'm going to reinforce these walls, especially this corner. It's in a very poor shape, so I'm going to try to rebuild it, use some metal to reinforce it, put a layer of mortar and then put a layer of bricks on top of that, so that should stay snug into place. And news from the fireplace, our new chimney is done. We made it yesterday. Looks like I found someone's secret stash, winter stash. stuff is recycled, by the way. I filled it of the pallets in which the insulation material was delivered. Step 1 done. It's good I stuffed some bricks in there, otherwise the concrete would never have been enough. Move on to step number 2. Because here we have a faulty corner to repair. Day 3 of building the greenhouse. The concrete has set, so it's time to lay brick. We're going to raise a wall that is to the floor level of the inside of the greenhouse, plus 2 courses of brick. We put some string to help guide, build a straight wall. Day 4, and I almost finished with the bricks. But first now I need to put the door in place, because the door frame will be anchored into the brick. This is the old door frame that we removed in the house. Making sure it's in the middle. It's 79. 79. There you go. Oh, camping. day 5 of building the greenhouse. The door survived the weekend, still very solid. Today I will start with the framing for the walls. I started cutting some wood to size to form a ring all the way around, on which I have something to screw the windows onto. I will do a little bit of trickery in order to get this part level. I pre-drilled the holes for the screws. Rock solid. Good morning, it's day 6 here in Arcadia, building the greenhouse. And yesterday, after I stopped filming, I made some progress. It took me the whole day to put up all these 10 windows. I should have another 10 to 12 windows remaining, so hopefully enough to finish the other side and put a couple in the back side, one above the door. I assembled the first out of 3 rafters. Initially I wanted to put a hip roof over the middle, but the way that the length of the windows turned out, it's way more convenient to make it a single sloping roof. Day 7 of building the greenhouse, and progress was made. Yesterday I managed to finish the second wall, which went really quick, because I also managed to do the back wall and frame the ceiling. The back wall is on the north, that means there's no sunlight shining in, so less need for full windows. I did put some windows in because I imagine this area to be a working station, so I would like to be able to look outside to the back of the house, the side up here up the hill, and this direction toward the vegetable garden. The initial plan was to place 3 rafters, but I was lucky enough to find one more that was covered in dust on the bottom of a wood pile. So after splicing 2 pieces of wood together, I have a total of 4 rafters for the roof, which should give it extra strength. Instead of regular roof tile battens, I opted for planks, because the distance between the rafters is still 80 centimeters, which is quite a lot. And hopefully the planks will give additional support for the roofing material. The rafters are not laying directly on the recycled windows. I created a post all the way down, so the weight is nicely distributed to the bottom. And up there, the same story, 2 pieces of wood which are standing on top of the door frame. And the door frame is very thick wood, so that should be strong enough. like that, we're dry. Right in time, because tonight we're expecting rain. Still not quite done. Didn't manage to fill up all the holes around the sides on the top, and got a couple of holes to fill in. Over here, a ventilation hatch. And on day 8 of building the greenhouse, it's finally done. I installed a hook because in the summer, when it's gonna be really warm, I would like to be able to keep the door open, but if there's a little bit of a wind, the door gonna be slamming and stuff like that. So I put up this hook. And it's gonna stay nice and open. I also took spray foam and filled all the edges. Brought in some of the dust from everything that we pulled out of the house. Over there is laying a big pile in front of the barn, and I kinda kept it with the idea that I would be able to use it to fill up some spaces for certain projects. And here we are. There's still a little difference in level remaining. I would like to fill the rest up with gravel. For now, this is it for the greenhouse. Next week I will be starting a new project inside the house. The weather is turning a little bit, so back inside for now. That's it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.